Well, 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 my friends. It seems our dear President Trump has found himself in a right pickle again. Who'd have blinkered thought, eh? Congressman Shri Thanedar, that absolute mad lad from Michigan, has only gone and introduced 7 articles of impeachment against the big cheese himself. Blimey, that's more articles than I've had hot dinners this week. Meow. Let's dive into this political kerfuffle like a cat into a box of catnip. Thanedar's not your average Joe Bloggs. This bloke went from Indian immigrant to chemical industry bigwig to taking on the president. Talk about a glow-up. He's not pulling any punches. He's going full steam ahead like a runaway lorry. So what's got Thanedar's knickers in a twist? Well, he's accusing Trump of everything from obstruction of justice to creating a balmy Department of Government Efficiency. Cor blimey, it's like he's playing impeachment bingo. First up, Thanedar reckons Trump's been giving the two-finger salute to due process, birthright citizenship, and humanitarian aid. It's enough to make a cat laugh. But here's the real kicker, my friends. Thanedar's gone and accused Trump of ignoring a unanimous Supreme Court ruling. 9-0. That's not just a political own goal, that's a bloody massacre. Our man Thanedar says, and I quote, "Defying a unanimous 9-0 Supreme Court ruling has to be the final straw. Trump's ignoring the Supreme Court like I ignore my cat when she's begging for a 4th breakfast. Meow. Let's not forget the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE as it's known. Sounds more like a meme coin than a government department, doesn't it? What's next? Appointing Grumpy Cat as Secretary of State. This DOGE malarkey's got Elon Musk's paw prints all over it, apparently giving him more power than a lion in a zebra convention. Thanedar's not having it, calling it an unlawful office that lets Trump and his mates run amok like foxes in a henhouse. But here's the rub, my friends. With the Republicans holding the majority in Congress, this impeachment's got about as much chance of succeeding as a chocolate teapot. It's proper bonkers. Thanedar's tilting at windmills faster than Don Quixote on Red Bull. Still, he's not backing down, saying, "We cannot wait for more damage to be done. Congress must act." Meow, this isn't Trump's first rodeo with impeachment. He's been through this circus twice before, once for that Ukraine kerfuffle and once for that Capitol riot nonsense. But this time, it's different. Thanedar's throwing the kitchen sink at him, accusing him of everything but stealing the milk from the royal corgis. And let's not forget the timing of all this. Thanedar's dropped this bombshell just before Trump's 100-day rally. Talk about raining on his parade. It's like showing up to a cat show with a pack of dogs. Internationally, this is causing more waves than a cat in a bathtub. Our European mates are watching with bated breath, wondering if America's gone completely bonkers. Meanwhile, Putin's probably laughing his socks off, thinking Christmas has come early. Listen, if you're enjoying this political palaver as much as I am, do us a favour and smash that like button harder than Trump smashes constitutional norms. And while you're at it, subscribe to the channel for more news that will make your whiskers twitch. Meow. Let's wrap this up with a quick impeachment primer for those of you who've been living under a rock. Impeachment's like getting fired from your job, but for presidents. The House votes on the articles, and if they pass, it goes to the Senate for a trial. But with the Republicans in charge, this impeachment's about as likely to succeed as me winning a dog show. So, what happens if, by some miracle, this impeachment does go through? Well, we'd be looking at President Mike Pence. God help us all. It'd be like swapping your grumpy old tomcat for a Bible-thumping parrot. Not exactly an upgrade, if you ask me. In the end, my friends, this whole shebang is as much about sending a message as it is about actually booting Trump out. Thanedar's standing up and saying, "Oi, you can't just do whatever you fancy." And whether you're Team Trump or Team Thanedar, you've got to admit it's making for some jolly good telly. That's all for meow, my friends. This is DiParmejan, reporting for News Cats, reminding you that in the world of politics, the only thing crazier than the news is the people making it. Stay curious, you cats.